Our other big story on Global Pulse tonight. The biggest issue dominating American politics at the moment is the sordid Jeffrey Epstein sex scandal and what it could mean for US President Donald Trump. Both chambers of US Congress passed legislation this week forcing the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files after President Donald Trump capitulated and gave a go-ahead to the Republicans to support the bill. Now Trump says he has signed it. Of course, he was not happy doing so.
Well, it's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. They're going to psych. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did.
So what happens next? And the question many are also asking is this: will the Trump administration actually release everything that the Justice Department has? Several supporters of the legislation, including Republicans, have been quick to caution that this is not the end of the matter and that the White House might still have ways to get around it. For instance, Trump supporter turned critic, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has said the real test will be, will the Department of Justice release the files or will it all remain tied up in investigations? GOP Representative Thomas Massie, the co-sponsor of the effort in the House to force a vote on the issue, has warned of a last-ditch effort by the administration to block the release of the files. These lawmakers have good reason to worry based on the administration's actions and comments in recent days. Attorney General Pam Bondi has declined to provide assurances beyond saying the administration would follow the law. It's another matter that if the administration does not follow through with releasing the files, it would be risking yet another major political fiasco.
No hiding, no game playing, no covering up. Pressure to make sure the documents are released in their entirety and not warped by a corrupt DOJ, who's hell-bent on hiding the truth, bending the law, and protecting Trump. Trump's own Justice Department that told him he was in the files. Remember this. We know he's in there. He knows he's in them. What the heck is he hiding and been hiding for so long? It's time for the truth. This bill is a command for the president to be fully transparent, come fully clean, and provide full honesty to the American people, even if he doesn't want to. And just like we did with this vote, and for months on end, Democrats will fight for full transparency, nothing less.
Observers say the Trump administration's moves appear suspicious and there might be some loopholes. The Epstein Files bill allows the Justice Department to withhold information if it would jeopardize an active federal investigation. Last Wednesday, it became clear the bill would pass. On Friday, Trump directed the Attorney General to investigate several prominent people whose names had turned up in recently released communications from Epstein's estate. Pam Bondi quickly agreed to investigate, thereby creating new active federal investigations. She launched these investigations despite the FBI having said back in July that it had conducted an exhaustive review and that it did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Suddenly, an investigation that was completely exhausted and needed to be closed has some supposedly new leads that are worth pursuing. And this happens just when Trump needs such a pretext to keep avoiding full disclosure. The question is, will the Trump administration act with honesty and release all the Epstein files? What will these documents reveal about the president? Could the Epstein saga spell trouble for Donald Trump and, as some have suggested, mark the beginning of the end for him? Could he in fact become the first president in American history to be removed from office following an impeachment trial? And even if no impeachment results from the release of the Epstein files, could the whole saga leave Trump a lame duck president with significantly diminished powers, even with another 3 years of his term in office still left? It might all depend on whether his administration actually makes a full disclosure of the documents, which many believe could prove to be Trump's undoing.